The lights were bright, the pressure was heavy, and for fans of Manchester United, this was not just another game. It was a test of pride, identity, and belief. As Manchester United stepped onto the pitch against Aston Villa, there was tension in the air, a feeling that something big was about to unfold. This was a clash between a team trying to rediscover its glory and another determined to prove they belong among the elite. From the very first whistle, the intensity was clear. Aston Villa came out fearless, pressing high, refusing to let United settle. Their midfield looked sharp, their passing crisp, and within the opening minutes, they showed exactly why they have been such a dangerous side this season. Manchester United, on the other hand, looked slightly cautious, trying to control possession, but struggling to break through Villa's organised defensive shape. The first major moment of the match came when Aston Villa capitalised on a defensive lapse. A quick transition, a perfectly timed run, and suddenly, the ball was in the back of the net. The away fans erupted while Old Trafford fell silent for a moment. It was a reminder of how ruthless football can be. One mistake, one moment, and the entire game shifts. But this is Manchester United, a club built on comebacks, on drama, on moments that stay in history forever. Slowly they began to respond. The tempo increased, the passes became sharper, and the crowd started to believe again. The equaliser came through sheer determination. A brilliant move down the flank, a precise cross into the box, and a composed finish that brought everything back to life. The stadium exploded. You could feel the energy shift instantly. As the first half continued, both teams had their chances. Aston Villa looked dangerous on the counter, while United pushed forward with urgency. It was end-to-end football, the kind that keeps fans on the edge of their seats. Every tackle, every shot, every save carried weight. Going into the second half, the match felt perfectly balanced. It was not just about skill anymore, it was about mentality. Who wanted it more? Who could handle the pressure? Manchester United came out stronger after the break. There was a clear intent to dominate, to impose themselves on the game. Their midfield started winning more duels, their attackers found better spaces, and the pressure on Aston Villa began to build. The second goal for United came from a moment of brilliance, a quick combination, a clever movement inside the box, and a finish that showed pure class. Suddenly the comeback was complete, but Aston Villa refused to back down. That is what makes them such a dangerous side. Even when trailing, they continued to attack, continued to believe. Their persistence paid off when they found another opening. A well-worked move caught United off guard, and the equaliser came once again. It was 2-2, and the game was alive in every sense. At this point, emotions were running high. Players were giving everything, fans were fully invested, and the tension was almost unbearable. This is why we love football. Moments like these, where anything can happen. The final stages of the match were pure chaos. Manchester United pushed forward desperately, searching for a winner. Aston Villa defended with discipline, but also looked for opportunities to strike on the counter. Chances came and went. Some were saved brilliantly, others missed by inches. Every second felt like it could decide the outcome. And then came the defining moment, a late attack from Manchester United, a surge of energy, a cross into the box, and a finish that sent the stadium into absolute madness. The players celebrated with passion, the fans roared, and it felt like a moment that could define their season. The final whistle blew, and Manchester United emerged victorious with a 3-2 win over Aston Villa. It was not just a victory, it was a statement, a reminder that no matter the struggles, this team still has fight, still has belief, still has the ability to deliver when it matters most. Looking at the scorecard, it tells a story of resilience and determination. Manchester United scored 3 goals, showing their attacking quality when it mattered most. Aston Villa scored 2, proving they are more than capable of competing at the highest level. The possession was closely contested, shots were shared, and both goalkeepers had moments to shine. In terms of standout performances, there were players who truly stepped up. The goal scorers will take the headlines, but this was also a game won by teamwork, by effort, by moments of individual brilliance combined with collective spirit. For Manchester United, this win means more than just 3 points. It brings confidence, it builds momentum, and it gives fans something to believe in. For Aston Villa, despite the loss, there are positives to take. They showed courage, quality, and a fighting spirit that will make them a tough opponent for anyone. This match had everything: goals, drama, tension, and emotion. It was not just football, it was a story unfolding in real time. And for anyone who watched it, this is exactly why the game means so much. Because in football, it is never just about the score. It is about the moments, the feelings, the memories. And this was one of those nights that fans will not forget anytime soon.